It's critical when starting with WordPress that you choose the correct version for you, and understanding the differences between .com and .org will ensure you make the right decision for you and your business. Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Sparks, and today I'm going to talk you through the differences between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. First of all, congratulations on choosing WordPress. The popularity of it is increasing year on year, with W3Techs showing that 40% of websites are built with WordPress in 2021. So you've made the right decision there, but now you need to decide between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. So WordPress is the software that the website is built on, but in order for you to create your website, then you need to host it somewhere, and it needs a web server. Which brings me to the main difference between .com and .org, the hosting. If you sign up to WordPress.com, you can have a very basic WordPress website hosted for you for free. On WordPress.org, you can download the WordPress software for free, but you will need to organize and pay for the hosting to use it yourself, so it's self-hosted. The next difference is custom domain names. So the domain name is the address that you see at the top of the browser window when you type in to get to a website, so Amazon.com or KellySparks.com. WordPress.com allows you to create a website without a domain name using the WordPress.com subdomain. So I could have kellysparks.wordpress.com for free if it was available. However, this doesn't look very professional, so it'd be better to have a custom domain name like kellysparks.com, which is only available on the personal plan and above. And that's going to cost you at least £36 per year. You also need to pay for your domain name, which on WordPress.com is included for the first year, but there is going to be an annual charge for your domain name after that. Using self-hosted WordPress.org, you can use any domain name you want without any additional costs. But you do have to register your domain name the same as WordPress.com, which some hosts do actually throw in for free for the first year, so then you'll be in exactly the same position as WordPress.com, or you can buy it separately and have it totally separately to your hosting if you want to. The next difference is the functionality. So the best thing about WordPress is that you can achieve anything you want on your website using plugins, and I am not exaggerating. If you can think of it, there's probably a plugin created for you to do it. So you could add a shop, you could add a membership site, you could add an e-learning platform, all using plugins. On WordPress.com, there are limitations to what you can do, even with the more expensive packages, but on the cheapest packages, you can't install plugins at all. However, on WordPress.org, you can install any plugin you want. You have complete freedom. Hey, if you're finding value in this video, then please do me a huge favour and click the like button below and drop me a comment to let me know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Third difference is design. So in WordPress, the design is controlled by a theme or by templates or by a plugin. So on WordPress.com, you are very limited as to what you can install, especially on the lower packages. So you may not be able to get the design you want, and you might not be able to get all of your branding in there. Whereas using the self-hosted option, you can use whatever you want. You could use a page builder like Elementor, for example, to build your theme from scratch. So your own header, your own footer. You can just design anything you want basically, and you can make sure that your website is completely on brand. The next difference is updates. So on WordPress.com, it's very easy as they do them all for you. However, that's not always the best way because sometimes updates cause problems. So you want to make sure that you are checking them. And if WordPress.com decide to update your website whilst you're on holiday, then it breaks, then you might not notice for a few days. So it's much better to update them yourself. With self-hosted WordPress, so WordPress.org, you can install a backup plugin so you can back up your website before you do any changes. You can do your changes one by one. You can check if anything's been affected and roll back any changes that you're not happy with. WordPress.org is much more flexible. And finally, budget. WordPress.com goes from their basic free plan right up to their £36 a month plan if paid yearly, or £47 if you want to play month to month. If you're using WordPress.org, you can get basic hosting from as little as £5 a month with a free domain for the first year. However, if you want to use decent hosting, then it's probably going to cost you £10 to £20 a month, month. And then if you want to have any support or any maintenance, then that's going to be extra charges too. Overall, if you haven't guessed already, for a business website, I recommend using self-hosted WordPress.org. You have complete control of your website and you own it totally, and the freedom to use all of the glorious WordPress features. However, if you're just starting out and you've just got a personal blog or a small hobby project, then please use WordPress.com. It doesn't matter, you probably won't need all the things that I'm talking about. And if you do later on, then it's an easy job to migrate your website over to self-hosted. If you're still on the fence about choosing WordPress.com or WordPress.org, then please take my free quiz here to help you make the decision. So what did you decide for your website? Are you going to use WordPress.com or go for the self-hosted option? Please drop a comment below and I'll see you in the next video.